Well, you know, I'm a CPA, so I do audits. It's a third-party verification. When someone comes in, when the bank calls and says, hey, can you send me a financial statement on this company? They know, I don't know everything about that company, but I am a CPA. I look over the books, I send them something, and I say, you know, I looked at this, it seems reasonable, everything looks like it's good. Now, if it's a full-blown audit, then I give a positive assurance. I looked at this and it's correct. But on our elections, even the smallest little outside third-party verification, the verify before you certify, they call it risk-limiting audits. They can be done so inexpensively and so efficiently. It can be built right into the system, and that would be one way. I would feel comfortable. So I was down in Kane County, and the clerk was a little bit upset with me. She says, do you want my voter rolls? Is that what you want? You want to see my voter rolls? You want to see the ballots? And I said, I wouldn't know what I was looking at. I want somebody else to look at those voter rolls that knows what they're looking at and to tell me, I looked at them and everything seems okay. We saw this little problem, we saw this little problem, but overall, it's okay. I mean, they do it for the Miss America pageant, so why not for our, I guess those elections are more important, but just that little bit of a third-party, independent look. But when you bring that up, which I did, and the cost on this audit that I was proposing at the state level was $12,000. And they said, you know, that's an unfunded mandate. We're not gonna, it's got a fiscal note, and this was coming from the Lieutenant Governor's office. So instead of agreeing to the $12,000, they put up over $500,000 worth of billboards up and down I-15 saying, our elections are safe and secure. I think it was the same company that they took down the vaccines are safe and secure and put our elections are safe and secure. So from my standpoint, there's a lot of things that we could do. The minimum one would be that just a hint of a third-party external view that could come in and look at that system and say, you know, we could do this better, and make it what they call risk limiting. So before that county certifies the election, somebody's looked at that and said, oh, whoa, wait. So we take a list of precincts in Salt Lake, and we get the number of registered voters, and then we get the votes that are cast by precinct, and we run those down. And you divide column A by column B, and it says, oh, well, this precinct had, you know, a 30% turnout, this one's 60% turnout, this one's 90% turnout. It's like, wow, that's pretty good. Then this was 280% turnout. It's like, okay, we got a problem. I took that to the Lieutenant Governor, and I said, this is what I'm looking, these are your numbers. I'm not making this up. These are your numbers, and there's probably a perfectly good explanation. But I said, it's showing 280% turnout. She said, how is that even possible? And I said, that's the right question. If you would give me access to the voter rolls, which I'm entitled to as a legislator, I could actually do a little bit more thorough analysis, or let me go sit down with your election people and have them do this. It's an emotional topic for her. She doesn't want that. That's what spurred the billboards. I'm not saying Phil Lyman spurred the billboards, but maybe, because that's when they all started popping up. And it did spur a op-ed from the governor saying people who question the elections are playing a very dangerous game. I don't know what that means. Yeah, that's what, and that kind of response, for some people they might say, oh, well, that's a threat, I'm going to get out of this. For me, I don't take to those things too kindly, so I double down and I keep pushing.